What's up guys, Javier from That Racing Channel out here at FL2K22. Behind me we have Cicio Performance. They always bring out the baddest exotics, GTRs, R8s, Lambos, and they always show us a good time. Behind me we have this ridiculously cool STO. It's been converted to all-wheel drive. It makes somewhere around, I think, 1,400 wheel horsepower. I think this is the first STO to actually go drag racing down a drag strip. They were roll racing, drag racing it. Now we're gonna go for a spin. Let's check it out. Cicio, my man.
What's up?
It's great to see you.
Yeah, absolutely.
How you been, man? Out
Good.
here at FL2K.
Yeah, man.
Beautiful weekend.
Yeah.
Beautiful cars.
Yeah, absolutely.
Behind us, we have this unreal looking STO.
Yeah.
It's so wild. You guys, I think you said you converted this to all-wheel drive.
We did.
Turboed it. Give us a basic rundown.
Yeah, so obviously came in stock and we converted the car to all-wheel drive. Most of you probably know these are real road race specific cars built by Lamborghini. So we had to put the all-wheel drive system in it so that it actually hooks some power. Did our C1400 package in it, which goes about 170, I think it went 171, so it's about 1,400 horsepower. And yeah, it's our first one doing it. We just decided, hey, let's jump in and see it. I mean, this is kind of the new kid on the block, right? The STO, it happened Texas 2K with UGR, and now it's kind of the new hot Lamborghini, you know? So we had one of our customers that has a GTR, had a McLaren, decided to trade his McLaren in, get this, and tell us to go to town. So we went to town.
Heck yeah, man.
So.
And I think the owner Kevin said he was going to take me for a spin.
Yeah.
This would be the first time I've ever actually been in an STO, and let alone one that's making now 1,400, so I'm super excited.
It's interesting, you know, like you'd think, okay, it's a Huracan, but it's not. They actually have a lot different feel to them. It's very similar to like your 911 Turbo and your GT2 RS. It feels, yes, a lot lighter, a lot more nimble. The suspension is a lot stiffer. All the inputs are way quicker. Some of that's not great for drag racing, to be honest with you, but yeah, on the street, you can definitely feel the difference. Wow. It's got a very similar screen system as an Evo on the inside. You know, we did an Evo, it's very similar in the center. Yep, and then the center screen is, like I said, very similar to an Evo. And then, of course, as Lamborghini does, all the Alcantara everywhere and so on and so forth.
Really, really beautiful car.
You have a fully adjustable, I can program up to 10 different maps in the Motec.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know, go all the way down. We can do your wife mode, your valet mode, your buddy mode, your, you know.
It's race time mode?
Yes, exactly. All the modes that you want. So,
awesome, man.
Yeah, that's really handy. But,
all right, well, I'm going to go find Kevin and see if we don't go for a spin and have some fun.
You guys have a good time. He's still in competition as this drive is going on, just in case you guys watching think this is some kind of no, this car just got done going down the drag strip, and then we're gonna take it on the street, and he's got to go knock somebody else out right after this. So we're right in the middle of the competition making this happen, Florida 2K.
All right, guys, let's go for a spin. Kevin, what's up, my man?
What's up, man?
Thanks so much for taking me for a spin.
Yeah, of course. Let's do it.
And I just saw you pull one of the time slips there. It was like 172 mile an hour or something.
Yeah, yep, it was my 170. Yeah, my 170 pass. Yep.
Oh, that's awesome, man. So, what was the best pass so far in the car?
Late at night, I think two nights ago, we ran an 867. We had some problems with the radials, so we ended up having to switch over because the offset was just a little off. These have a four-wheel steering linkage that's a little different, so the stock Performante wheels don't work. So we ended up having to swap back to the street tires, which is kind of hurting our 60 foots. Yeah, so it's really you know, dialing it in, and we're going to have to come in pretty soft on the first 1 and 2 gears, so it's just hurting it a little bit, but I think we're dialing it in every single time. We're getting a better pass, so yeah, we're hoping hoping to hit low 860s, maybe even 850s if we can.
I mean, this is I think probably one of the only STOs I've seen drag racing, so
yeah,
kudos to that.
I think there's one other one that's done it, and it was like a one-time thing, and nobody's really doing it. I mean, it's these guys have been great with trackside support and really trying to get it dialed in. So it's been awesome. Man.
All right, well, you ready to do this? You ready to go for a spin?
Let's go.
All right. Yeah, this thing's definitely, you can feel suspension's definitely stiffer than
very stiff.
You know, definitely more race inspired. A lot stiffer than like a normal Huracan. Yeah. You guys will be able to see it in the camera shake here. And you got these seats. They're almost like it's like a very nice stiff bucket seat, and keeps you real in there. So this is a pretty cool experience, man.
Yeah, man. It's a really different car. I came from a Performante. It was my first Lamborghini. It was you can tell the suspension is much stiffer. This thing is like, even on the track, like when we launch, it's like there's no load. It looks like an RC car. You know, it's like straight. That's been a difficult thing to try to tune in, because you know, we want that launch. You want to try to load that suspension down.
Sure.
Put weight on the tires, but it's been fun. It's been interesting.
I've been in a lot of, you know, turbo Huracans and R8s and all that, and I love just different experiences, and they all kind of have their own little feelings and the way they pull, and obviously they're all the same, like, powertrain, I guess, essentially.
Yeah,
but the way a car can feel with the suspension being different and just the way this car is, will kind of, it'll provide a different experience, you know?
Yeah,
driving experience, ride-along experience, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, they, I mean, I think they shaved something like over 100 pounds out of the car, not counting, you know, the rear-wheel drive change. We did convert this one to all-wheel drive, so that did add some weight. But I think when we weighed it just now, we were 3840 with me in the car, which is pretty incredible. I mean, for everything that's done to this car.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. I mean, it's so fast on the shift. You see, it actually beat me to the shift, and then I paddle shifted.
Yeah.
So we actually skipped the whole gear. It still was pulling on us.
And the power delivery on these things is just
so
an absolute
instantaneous.
blast.
It's very hard. I mean, considering how big the turbos are on this, it's incredible that they've been able to tune these things to deliver power. Like, I mean, it's very instant.
Displacement on that V10 really helps.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, and they rev pretty high as well, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Your car's so fast, my mic said I'm out.
Left the chat.
The mic said I'm out, guys. Dude, this thing is an absolute blast.
Yeah, I mean,
oh my god, that one where it didn't upshift twice?
Yes.
Man.
Yeah, I let it do its own thing. I let it do its own thing.
Technical difficulties, guys, one moment.
You know, I think we're only at 16 pounds of boost on the track. We're running like in the 20s, mid-20s. So
oh yeah, for sure.
It's a big difference. I mean, even on the track, but they've done an awesome job with the tuning.
Well, dude, thank you so much for taking me for a spin.
Yeah, dude, of course.
This was quite the experience, man.
Heck yeah.
Thank you so much.
Hey guys, Nathan Cicio, Cicio Performance. We are here at FL2K, a little further north in Florida than we usually are, in Gainesville, Florida. Our hearts and prayers go out to everybody in southern Florida right now, as there was a hurricane, obviously, that everybody knows, that came through there. Yeah, we've got a couple of cool things. I mean, I know you've seen me probably sitting in a chair, standing in front of a car a few times. We got some pretty cool stuff this time that's a little different. So the main kind of belle of the ball, I would say, is our Lamborghini Huracan STO. The Lamborghini Huracan STO, as many of you know, is a very road race version, race car version of the Lamborghini Huracan. It comes with like a full carbon clip-off kind of clamshell in the rear, if you will, and then a fold-up, full front end, one-piece carbon fiber front end. Lots and lots of carbon fiber, of course, lightweight. The interesting part about it, rear-wheel drive, right? So that doesn't really work for the stupidity that we want to do with these cars, because we need those front wheels clawing, or the thing isn't going to go anywhere once we're done putting all kinds of power at it. We converted the car to all-wheel drive. It was quite the undertaking. I do not know how many people have done it. I know that Hefner just finished one. I know, of course, that Underground Racing has done one. So they had it in Texas last year in the roll race. But we had never done it, and there's not a lot of people sharing a lot of information on how. So, in typical fashion, we just said, let's figure it out. So he sent us up the car. Kevin is a good customer of ours. He's had a 720 with us, had his GTR with us. We've done a couple of iterations of his build on his GTR, and he sent us up the car and said, make it happen, boys. I got faith in you. Started looking into it, figuring it out, understanding what you had to add, what was in the regular Huracan that wasn't, what bolt holes were there, what bolt holes weren't there. There's actually a drive shaft that goes through the bottom of the engine itself, like in the casting. The output shaft in the transmission, of course, wasn't there, just like the 580s, like the two-wheel drive Huracans. And then, of course, the front-wheel drive, like differential and axles weren't there. So we figured it out. We are actually doing a little bit different than I believe some of the other folks are doing it. We are controlling the front wheel drive completely with the Motec. There are other people doing it through the CAN system with factory, like a front wheel drive controller. And we kind of took the GTR route, if you will, and we just wired the front wheel drive system directly to the Motec. Thank you to Tony at T1 and to the boys, Darren and them over in Australia with Motec, helping us build the firmware, the beta packages. Them, along with Taylor, really, our tuner, really dialed that in. And to be honest with you, we're pretty proud of the fact that we put it all together, put everything in it the way that we felt like it should work, and the thing just went on the dyno and did exactly what it should do. We put the car together, we finished the car on Tuesday, dynoed it Wednesday, loaded it Wednesday night, and it ran here through the roll race without a hiccup, and now it's running down the drag strip without a hiccup. The aero drag on that car is crazy. It's got the big scoop that goes down into the engine bay and the wing, and we put the wing on the lowest setting, and the exact same power level, it's like 5 miles an hour slower on the exact same, like pound for pound, power for power. It's like 4.5 to 5 mile an hour slower than the two R8s, which is pretty wild. I'm very proud of my team when it comes to this stuff. Like, this particular build was something that wasn't going to be easy, and we knew it wasn't going to be easy, and nobody was sharing information about it, and we just decided, let's dive in. And my team really came together, put their heads together, figured things out that I didn't even know that they could figure out, and we built the car, and I think it was 30 days, and now it's here running without a hiccup. It's a feat that I'm very proud of, to be honest with you. So we also brought one of our C1300 package Porsche 911s with a built motor. It is on a 19-inch tire all the way around, forged lines. We were pretty proud of that car. The customer actually couldn't make it, which usually I don't really like, because I love watching the customer enjoy the car. That's what we do. He couldn't make it, but wanted us to dial the car in and get some runs. So I'm not gonna go rounds with that car, but right out of the gate, the car went 890s. We're pretty happy with that. On a 19, in qualifying, the track wasn't absolutely wonderful when an 890 right out of the gate. And honestly, there's just not a lot of 911s that do that. So that's something we're also extremely proud of. That car is super clean and just absolutely gorgeous. Our Virginia location, for you guys that don't know, we have 2 locations, one in Georgia, one in Virginia. Our Virginia location built that car top to bottom, and it just came out here and right off the trailer. The customer's had it back for about a month, and he sent it back to us to be able to run at this event, just to dial it in. So yeah, that was an awesome feat for the, I think it's a 2015 991 911 as well. Mine right behind us is a C1400 build, again with a fully built transmission, but a stock engine. And then we have Tony and Crystal's R8 that we just finished day before yesterday as well. That is a C1400 with a stock transmission. With the stock transmission cars, it's totally fine unless you're drag racing the crap out of them. And then if you're gonna do that, we have to limit the power through third gear just because the weak link in those transmissions is second gear. But other than that, if you're just street driving the car, it's 100% reliable. As reliable as a 1400 horsepower car can be, because sometimes stuff happens. But it's a very reliable platform to run at that level. So Tony and Crystal have been roll racing and dragging racing this car for the last 3 days. And honestly, it's just without a hiccup. Roll racing, Crystal actually drove the car and she won the sport class in roll racing on Thursday, which was amazing. Went all the way round after round after round. She'd never driven the car twin turboed, never driven a car near that power level. And she just jumped into the thing. We sent her out on wastegate. Then she's like, I think I can handle more. We sent her out on like 13 pounds. She's like, I think I can handle more. Like, okay, here's 16 pounds. She's like, and then ended up at like 18, 19 pounds and she won the race. My car behind us actually won the modified class as well. We're on that 177 miles an hour, I believe, in the roll. I think that she did 168, and we were able to take home the win in the modified class. The only bummer about that is in order to get to the win, which was a great race, by the way, with Johnny, I believe is his name, with an AMS, beautiful yellow twin turbo R8. But in order to get to him, I had to take out 2 of my customers. So sorry, not sorry to both of you guys, but it's what you get. I'm kidding. It was fun. They had a good attitude about it, kind of. we took home 2 of the 3 roll race class wins. I believe we finished 3rd in the very top class with Jan's GTR. He took out a couple of Vipers per usual to get there, but then got taken out by, I believe, Osier's GTR. And we had a great day on Thursday. That's kind of the recap here as far as us at Cicio Performance on Saturday. Don't know what Sunday is going to hold, but hopefully we can bring home 1 more trophy, at least maybe 2, to round out this Florida 2K. So thanks for spending your time watching. Appreciate you guys very much, and appreciate everybody here from TRC.